My name's Imojjen. I'm currently studying fine art at the National Art School, and I do a lot of illustration that I put on Instagram.
My name is Adrian and I'm 48 years old. I'm a high school art teacher, and so I teach year 7 to 12 art, and I do lots of art stuff in my own time, so lots of drawing and also graphic design and making short films.
Okay, well, at the moment I'm studying art at art school, so we're kind of finding what our style is. But at home, it's very illustrative. So it's kind of cartoon, and so I do like digital and watercolor, and and they're very small, so it's kind of cute illustration.
I've just kind of resigned myself to the fact that I'm a messy artist, and so when I draw, I just scribble for a long time, and just build up tone in layers by doing lots of scribbling.
I don't know, I guess I've obviously got better and quicker and more consistent in the way that I draw. But obviously, it's still changing a lot because I'm studying art and they're trying to push us to do things differently to how we normally would, and to try new things. So it's I think it's constantly changing, and also it used to be more of a hobby, whereas now I'm looking at it as a career. So I'm having to focus on what I like to do, and doing it constantly rather than just doing it when I have free time.
When I was at uni, I was majoring in, they called it 4-dimensional studies. So I was doing filmmaking but also darkroom, black and white darkroom photography, and the tutors were always sort of going on about trying to get the perfect print with no dust on your negatives and no scratches and anything. And no matter how hard I tried, I just couldn't do it. And so then I started to use that as part of what I was doing. So I'd actually get negatives and deliberately scratch them and put two negatives together and play around with them that way. So things were deliberately messy, so that all those mistakes that I couldn't avoid were part of the whole aesthetic. I like turning mess into something beautiful, I guess.
I suppose I did some geometric work at school, and I ended up doing something that looked very similar to Dad's work. So that was interesting because obviously my sense of aesthetics has been influenced by him. I really love people watching. So I'll sit if anywhere am in public, I'm just fascinated by looking at people and the way they dress and their mannerisms and stuff. And I think that's something that I have definitely in common with Dad. We're both at restaurants, we like to face the street and stuff like that.
She's able to capture things in lines, which I can't. As you can see, I scribble. I can't get outlines and make outlines look right because I have to keep going over them, and that's why one of the reasons I draw the way I do is because you don't have to get it right the first time. If you make a mistake, you can go back over and it doesn't actually matter. So I admire that in the way she can capture things quite quickly. I think our love of art has bonded us. I taught Imojjen art through high school, so I was always part of her process of learning art. And now that she's going on and doing new stuff, she's teaching me stuff and I'm learning from her. So we have that part of our lives which we have very much in common, that we can talk about and discuss and give each other ideas. Yeah?
Yeah.